guys, it's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Firstly, Joan Laporta still wants to sign a marquee player in the attack this summer. Erling Haaland's decision is coming soon. Man City have the best financial offer on the table. Real Madrid are close to that offer, but Barcelona are offering the best sporting project, and that 4-0 in the Clasico is making Erling Haaland think. Of course, Lewandowski and Salah are the backup options for Erling Haaland. Now, the 4-0 also had a big impact on Antonio Rudiger. He now talks with Barcelona to discuss a possible deal, but right now the operation is difficult because he's asking for a lot of money, and also the operation for Azpilicueta is difficult as well. His contract got automatically sent at Chelsea, and now Barcelona have to pay for him to get him this summer, which of course the club don't want to do. But we will have some revenue coming in this summer with player sales. Antoine Griezmann could leave the club this summer if Atletico Madrid chooses to buy him. But most importantly, Philippe Coutinho. Arsenal, Tottenham, Aston Villa, Newcastle, all interested in Coutinho this summer. He will most likely leave the club this summer. And finally, some big contract renewal updates on Roberto, Araujo, Gavi, and Ousmane Dembele. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 300 likes on this video. Be very much appreciated. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. The first player that we have been linked with, of course, is Erling Haaland. And slowly but surely, we are reaching the point when he will make his decision on where he's going to play football next season. Now, Fabrizio Romano came out saying that Erling Haaland is thinking about everything and will not only consider the economic factors. In the past, he preferred RB Salzburg to over Juventus and Borussia Dortmund over Manchester United. The sporting project will be important in making his decision. Real Madrid are actually close to Man City's financial offer for Haaland, while Barcelona are out of the race if it only prioritizes money. For Haaland, signing for Real Madrid does not depend on signing for Mbappe, but also for other players in the attack as well, like Benzema, Vinicius, Rodrigo, among others. If Haaland focuses only on money, then Barcelona are 100% out of the race. Barcelona are trying to convince him through Xavi and their sporting projects. Now, I am worried that Real Madrid are close to Man City on that financial offer, but again, their attack right now is completely stacked. If Benzema leaves tomorrow, then you can understand why Erling Haaland goes there, but Benzema's going to be there for at least another 2 seasons, so with them having a stacked attack, that will of course be a big factor. But they are close to Man City's offers, and of course, that'll make Erling Haaland come to a decision. Now, Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Erling Haaland was truly amazed by Barcelona's performance in the Clasico and verified what Xavi had explained to him was absolutely true. Barcelona's bet for Haaland is more sporting than economic, but he will decide his future soon. Again, this 4-0 has changed so much for Barcelona in terms of transfer rumors, in terms of, players wanting to come to the club now. Everything Xavi told to Erling Haaland in that meeting before the Clasico came to fruition. It was like, you explain one thing and then there's the evidence right there, pinpoint perfection on the pitch. And that's the reason why Erling Haaland has delayed his decision. Now, AES have come out saying that Barcelona are convinced among Erling Haaland, Mohamed, Salah, and Robert Lewandowski, one of them will definitely come to Barcelona this summer. Erling Haaland, of course, is the priority, followed by Mo Salah and then Lewandowski. I still think Mo Salah is very, very complicated. I think Lewandowski and Haaland right now are good options. Of course, Haaland is the dream. I still think he's going to Man City. I think Real Madrid now are out of the race because, of course, our 4-0 kind of trumps their financial offer if he really cares about that from Erling Haaland's standpoint. But I think Man City, they've, of course, played good football. They're offering him the best money out of the 3 clubs. And you know what? He can get 2 good years out there with Pep and then see what happens from there. I still think we can get Erling Haaland in the future if he goes somewhere else. Let's say he goes to Man City now. I think we can still get him in the future because, as a regular client, he'll always run down his contract until the end, maybe leave for free or 1 year left on his deal. By the way, and see with Erling Haaland, but again, he's still deciding his decision, which will be coming very, very soon. Now, another player in the Premier League that Barcelona are also very interested in is, of course, the Brazilian winger from Leeds, Raphinha. And Gabriel Sanz from Mundo Deportivo came out with an extensive report saying that Barcelona want to include some players in the possible deal to sign Raphinha from Leeds United. Oscar Mingueza, Clement Lenglet, Serginho Dest, and Martin Braithwaite are some of the names that have come up in conversations. Neither Dest or Lenglet are willing to leave Barcelona this summer. Dest understands that he has regained Xavi's trust, and Lenglet insists on fulfilling his contract despite the fact that he's playing very rarely. It is already taken for granted that Mingueza will not continue at Barcelona next season, but he has not spoken to Leeds yet, and for the moment, he is not considered as an option. Martin Braithwaite is also offered, as Barcelona have many forwards on the table. Now, a couple of things here in this report. Firstly, Raphinha interest is still there if Dembele does not renew his contract and or if Adama leaves as well. Secondly, on these players, Dest and Lenglet don't want to leave. Now, Dest makes sense. He's playing well. We kind of need a fullback right now with no, straight left back option for Jordi Alba at the moment. But Lenglet, what did I tell you guys in the last video? Either Lenglet will leave and play, or he'll be an Umtiti 2.0 and stay and piss us off, and looks like he's doing so. He wants to fulfill his contract. His contract is until 2026. We have 4 more years of Lenglet. I think Mingueza will go alone in the end, or he'll be included in this deal. I think Martin Braithwaite has some ambition as well, so I'm not too worried about those two, but Dest and Lenglet are a big concern. Now, on Raphinha, again, it all depends on Ousmane Dembele's contract renewal and also the future of Adama Traore. But what's clear at this moment is that Barcelona do not want to pay that much money for Raphinha. They want to give a small fee and also include some players in the operation. Now, the priority for Xavi in the summer is, of course, to reinforce the defense, but more specifically on fast defenders. One of those names on the table right now is Antonio Rudiger, and Fabrizio Romano came out saying that El Clasico was not just a game, everyone sees it, and Barcelona sent a very good message to the world. I don't know what will happen with Antonio Rudiger, but Barcelona have opportunities to sign him. Rudiger wants a net salary of 9 million euros per season, and before their loss to Real Madrid, he thought he would sign in PSG, but he's also looking for a sporting project. 9 million per season, that's around about 200k, 175,000 euros per week. I think that's a bit too much for Barcelona. I think if we can bring that down to maybe 7 or 6, he could be an option. But then again, you have to rely a lot on getting rid of Lenglet and Umtiti. I think Rudiger cannot come in if Lenglet and Umtiti are still on the wage bill. I think both of them have to leave for Rudiger to come in. But of course, Rudiger, he's a free agent. He needs to be signed by June the 30th, and we cannot get rid of Lenglet and Umtiti by then. I think Rudiger's an option. He's on the table, of course. Let's say, for example, Araujo does not renew and PK retires tomorrow, he'll be a good option in that sense. But to go forward with it, I think it's going to be a bit complicated at this point. But Chelsea defender that would be easier to get right now, but still difficult, is Cesar Azpilicueta. Albert Nadal came out saying the clause to extend Azpilicueta's contract for the season has been executed, but he will talk with the new Chelsea owners about his future. Barcelona still want to sign him, and the player still wants to join Barcelona. And Thomas Tuchel confirmed over the weekend that the clause has been extended. He replied in a press conference about the Brentford game against Chelsea, "I knew it was going to happen. It's good news for us. We have a contract, and he has a contract now with us, so there's a very high probability that he will stay at the club in the summer." So Tuchel is saying, look, it's pretty much guaranteed now that he will stay for next season, but Barcelona are still pushing, and Azpilicueta, I feel like at this moment kind of wants to come to Barcelona, but he doesn't want to force the move because he loves Chelsea so much. Now, Gerardo Ribeiro came out saying that Barcelona now see the Azpilicueta deal more complicated following his automatic contract extension. Remember, Barcelona wanted him for free. Now they want him. He's going to cost around 5 to 10 million euros, somewhere in that region. The club don't want to pay that. They want to spend every single penny they have on those free agents, and of course we have to wait for the Erling Haaland deal to collapse and then see what our options are at that point. But the main thing right now is that Xavi is pushing for Azpilicueta, but now he needs something from Azpilicueta. We've been saying, look, here's your contract, 2 years plus 1 option, here's your money, you gotta do something for us now. So we'll have to wait and see if Azpilicueta makes that push when the new Chelsea owners come in. But at this current moment, both Rudiger and Azpilicueta operations are very complicated. Now, a defender who is more feasible for Barcelona than Antonio Rudiger and Azpilicueta at the moment is Noussair Mazraoui, but his operation now is becoming more complicated. Fabrizio Romano came out saying that Noussair Mazraoui has already had Barcelona on the top of his priority, but Bayern Munich also have a chance of signing him this summer. Mino Raiola will be a key factor in this matter. Now, of course, as you all know, Gravenberch is going to join Bayern Munich this summer. Now, the question is, will Bayern Munich do Mino Raiola a favor and sign Mazraoui. Again, we were going to sign Mazraoui as a favorite for Erling Haaland. If that operation falls through, he might go to Bayern Munich as a favorite for the Gravenberch deal. It's a whole circle again, whole 360. But I do believe that Barcelona want Mazraoui, despite the fact Erling Haaland will not come to Barcelona this summer. They're still interested. Xavi is a big fan. The question now is, what will Mazraoui decide? Barcelona on 100K a week on a 4-year contract, third choice right back, or Bayern Munich on 10 million euros per season, double what Barcelona are offering, starting right back, same length of contract. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. It's a very tight race right now between Bayern Munich and Barcelona for the signing of Mazraoui. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Firstly, a player out on loan right now, Philippe Coutinho. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Aston Villa are delighted with Philippe Coutinho. Arsenal are also interested, but the Brazilian has now ruled out the option of Newcastle, and Coutinho rather prefers to lower his salary and feel comfortable and happy at a club. So Coutinho will lower his salary. He will leave Barcelona this summer. The question again is, where will he go and how much money will Barcelona get? And also Fabrizio Romano came out saying, I believe the Premier League will be Coutinho's destination. Gerrard wants to sign him, but we'll have to see if Aston Villa or another club ends up signing him. So again, Aston Villa want him. Stevie G wants him as well. The question now is, will Aston Villa pay that option to Barcelona? And also, will Coutinho lower his wages enough to satisfy Aston Villa as well? Arsenal are interested. And also remember that Tottenham have a buy option as well. Remember that came out of nowhere. They still have that. So I have to wait and see what happens to Coutinho this summer. But again, most likely he will leave Barcelona. Now, a player out on loan who will not leave Barcelona this summer, he will still technically be a Barcelona player by the end of this summer, is Antoine Griezmann. Now, Mateo Merito from Sky Sports came out saying that Atletico Madrid don't have an obligation to buy Antoine Griezmann for 40 million euros this summer. The obligation will only be active if his loan is extended for another season and he plays more than 50% of the games he is available in. And also, Sport came out back in that statement as well, saying Atletico Madrid have a 40 million euro purchase option for Antoine Griezmann in 2023, which becomes an obligation if he plays more than 45 minutes for at least 50% of the games he's available for. Atletico cannot return Griezmann to Barcelona this summer though. So far, Antoine Griezmann has played 45 plus minutes in 20 of the 26 games he's available in, 77%. And Barcelona are convinced that the clause to make the buy-in obligation will be met. So Antoine Griezmann's loan will be extended for another season this summer, and then next season, if he plays 50% of the games for more than 45 minutes, the option becomes obligation, and the club are confident that will happen. So bit weird here, a lot of complications for this operation. My big concern right now is, do we get more money this summer for another loan? Will we get another 5 million euros, 10 million euros? I'm not quite too sure on that. But what sucks about this operation is that Antoine Griezmann will still technically be a Barcelona player next season, still on the wage bill, still on the salary cap, which of course Atletico Madrid are paying the full amount. But it's gonna suck we won't have that 40 million euros this summer. Of course, Atletico Madrid can still buy him this summer for 40 million euros, but most likely they will not do so. So I'll have to wait and see what happens. But again, most likely Atletico Madrid will buy Antoine Griezmann next summer, and he'll go back on loan for Atletico Madrid for next season. And lastly, on some players in the current Barcelona team who could leave the club this summer, coming in from Samuel Marsden and Moses Malone from ESPN, they've come out saying that Barcelona hope that Clement Lenglet and Samuel Umtiti can leave the club this summer. Oscar Mingueza could also leave as well. Umtiti and Lenglet are going to be a problem. I will tell you guys this right now. If they're both Barcelona players next season, I will cry. If it's only one of them, I'll be like, you know what, better than both of them staying. But of course, the dream is they both leave this summer. Of course, Mingueza most likely will be a loan. It could be a sale though, like Carlos Alenia, a sale with a buyback option for, the next 3 seasons. Des, I think, will stay unless we sign a left back. And Braithwaite, he's 1,000% leaving. Unless even if Luke de Jong stays, that would just push Braithwaite out the door even more so. So we'll wait and see on these different players and how they will leave the club this summer. But the club will push for them to leave, and hopefully they have ambitions to leave the club this summer and play first team football on a regular basis. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, on the contract renewal of both Pablo Gavi and Ronald Araujo. Firstly, on Gavi coming in for Fabrizio Romano, he's come out saying that Gavi's renewal is a matter of time. Barcelona have been very busy, but they have everything ready to renew Gavi. Of course, that final meeting is needed to review the contracts, make sure everything is right, all the details and factors, and then sign the deal. Now, Oriel from TV3, who we all know is very reliable, has come out saying that, look, Gavi's agent has had meeting with top European clubs like Liverpool, Manchester United, and he is talking elsewhere. So Barcelona have to move very, very quickly. So let's hope that's not the case. So Barcelona have to move very quickly. I mean, his release clause this summer is going to be like 40 million euros, man. That is dirt cheap for this man's quality. So we have got to renew him. Let's hope we do so. One meeting is needed. Let's hope we can get that done as soon as possible. Next up is, of course, Ronald Araujo. Kevin Mingueza from AES came out saying that Barcelona considered that the 4 million euro net offer made to Araujo is enough, considering that he would be quadrupling his current salary. The club remain confident that he will renew his contract in the end. So 4 million net per season. We've heard 5, we've heard 3, and now we're hearing 4. To be honest, I think 4 maybe is a bit low, but again, both have to give. Barcelona have given now. Now it's time for Araujo to give as well, like we talked about before. I think 4 is fair, but I understand why Araujo wants a bit more. Maybe we can add some more based on variables, clean sheets, games played, assists and goals. Just chuck those in there to make him happy. But I think Araujo wants more, and that's why this deal is delaying. Now, Sport came out saying that Xavi is delighted with Araujo's performances and attitude. His continuation is a priority for the coach. Araujo reviews videos, asks for help, consistently asks for questions, and is a great professional. And he wants to mark an era at Barcelona. Now, we have got to be happy that Araujo wants to stay in this case. If he does not want to stay, he would have been gone a long, long time ago. The fact that he's ambitious, the fact that he wants to become a club legend and stay at the club makes this renewal much easier. But now, of course, it's down to the economic terms. So we'll have to wait and see. Again, Gavi very close. One meeting left. Araujo on the right track. And of course, there will be meetings next week with his agent. Let's hope we can get these done. The next contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele, and currently the wheels are in motion for his renewal. Firstly, coming in from Romano, he's come out saying that Ousmane Dembele's case is open. Anything can happen. The Frenchman is delighted at Barcelona, and Barcelona are also in advanced talks with Raphinha, but no offers made to Leeds United. So it's open now. I don't know what's going to happen. I still think this renewal is not going to happen, but the club right now are talking. Joan Laporta did another interview the other day saying that, look, we have to talk with Ousmane Dembele one more time because, of course, he will leave the club this summer for free. We have to sit down and talk with him one more time and give it one last chance, one last renewal offer. Now, L'Equipe, remember L'Equipe are one of the best sources in France. Dembele will go to PSG most likely if he does not stay at Barcelona. And they've come out saying that Ousmane Dembele's agent says they are ready to discuss again with Barcelona. He will have to lower his financial demands, and talks regarding his renewal will resume soon. So the team that are going to sign Dembele if he does not stay at Barcelona are saying that the talks over contract renewal are back on, and the agent now is going to sit down with Barcelona and discuss a contract renewal, which of course is very positive. And finally, Mundo Deportivo gave an update on Araujo and Dembele, saying the agents of both Araujo and Dembele plan to travel to Barcelona this week to meet with the club and continue trying to find an agreement for the contract renewals of their clients. So Ousmane Dembele, Moussa Sissoko, and Araujo's agents will be in Barcelona this week to sit down and negotiate with the club. We need some big news this week, man. Of course, we already played Sevilla. We got Eintracht Frankfurt on Thursday. We need to get these renewals done. We have very, very busy schedule coming up, and when the agents are in town, we have to take advantage. So we'll have to wait and see. They're still complicated right now, both Dembele and Araujo. The only renewal right now that's pretty much guaranteed at this point is Gavi. If we can get that one more meeting just over the line at this point. But again, it's going to be difficult. We have to sit down. We have to negotiate. We have to do it on multiple occasions. We'll have to wait and see. But right now, Xavi is really, really pushing for both the renewals. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. It's going to be very complicated, but it is possible. And the final contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of Sergi Roberto, and his agent, Josep Maria, has been speaking in the media about Roberto's renewal. He's come out and just slammed Joan Laporta. I'm going to go through this interview that I feel like is very, very important. He was talking with Mundo Deportivo, of course, and he came out saying that Joan Laporta's statements about the negotiations between Roberto's camp and the club do not fit reality. In August, there was a very low counter offer from Barcelona. It was only an offer from a side, and on September the 9th, not in December, and there was only one face-to-face meeting. They later sent us a documentation that had nothing to do with what we were discussing during that meeting. My subsequent attempts to hold a meeting were neglected again and again, despite the club conveying goodwill. It gave me the feeling that everything was long. There was no progress in my conversation with Mateo Alemán as well, because he said it is a matter that has to be held by the president. And since then, there has been no offer made by the club, and it has been published that they have made 3 more offers, so let them show it. Cesar Roberto is a homegrown player, a culé since he was born, and he loves Barcelona. Roberto accepted a 12% reduction back in 2019 and also deferred 42.9% bonuses like the rest of the squad. He has never distanced himself from them. So his agent saying, look, we had one meeting face-to-face on September the 9th, and since then, I have not seen Joan Laporta face-to-face. We've been offered one contract that was crap, and since then, they haven't talked to us. I mean, if that's the case, it just shows the quality of Roberto and how he is not a priority whatsoever. And Mateo Alemán is saying, look, I cannot deal with this contract renewal. I got Gavi, I got Araujo, I got Dembele. This contract renewal is for the president. And Joan Laporta came out in the media multiple times saying we've offered Roberto a lot of contracts. He rejected them all. We'll have to wait and see. But his agent saying, look, you offered us one contract and it was pretty crap, and that's pretty much it. Now, Javi Miguel from AES came out saying that renewing Dembele, Araujo, and Gavi are the utmost priorities for Xavi, as he considers them the best in their position respectively. Renewing Roberto is not a priority. If he continues, great, but the final decision is left in the hands of the club. Now, of course, I've been saying over the past few weeks, the only reason why Roberto had a chance of renewing his contract at Barcelona is because Xavi wants him to stay. But now Xavi's saying, look, if he stays, okay, no problem, I'll take it. If not, okay, no problem. So Xavi right now, he's on the fence. He does not care if Roberto stays or leaves, and now it is up to the club. Now I'm seeing that I don't think Roberto's staying now. With the signing of Franck Kessie as well, Roberto's continuation is very, very, very complicated. We'll have to wait and see. Like Dembele and like Araujo, there's still a chance, but very, very difficult for Roberto to stay next season at Barcelona. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is give you guys an update on the sleeve sponsor and the Spotify deal as well. Firstly, on the sleeve, coming in from Sport, they've come out saying that Barcelona have up to 6 offers for the sponsorship of the sleeve of the shirt. Barcelona want around 15 million euros. The offers are currently being studied. The total worth of the shirt sponsor will be around 75 million euros for the front and the sleeve, one of the largest in the sport. Also, Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Turkish airline is interested in sponsoring the sleeve of Barcelona's shirt for next season. Barcelona wants something in the range of 10 to 15 million euros. The application company has also been linked with Barcelona between 2010 and 2012. Now, since Polkadot, like a few months ago, Turkish Airlines has been the only league for this sleeve sponsor that we have seen. So we'll have to wait and see. The club have options, no doubt about that. Like Sports said, up to 6 offers on the table. The question is, which one will they take? Will it be the one with the most money, the one that's best for branding? I'm not quite too sure. In the end, though, they will get it done. The shirt will be released in a few weeks' time. Of course, they're going to reveal the home kit. So we gotta have to get that sleeve sponsor very, very soon. Of course, it'll be much more needed income for Barcelona. Now, we have some updates on the Spotify deal. Of course, the assembly was yesterday before the match. The Spotify deal got approved by the members. Thank God for that. Rack One came out saying that Spotify will have the Camp Nou under their name for a minimum of 12 seasons. For the next 4 seasons, they will pay only 5 million euros for the current stadium, of course. And then for the next 8 seasons after that, they will pay 20 million euros per season under the new stadium Espai Barça once that gets completed. So, 12 years of Spotify Camp Nou. It is what it is. It's for the money. I'm still going to call it Camp Nou. I really don't care. I know a lot of people apparently are butthurt on Twitter and Instagram. I mean, who cares? It's not that serious. But much needed money coming in, 20 million euros just to say Spotify Camp Nou is absolutely ridiculous. Great deal by Barcelona. So overall, here's the complications of the Spotify deal. For the shirt, 57.5 million euros per season plus 2.58 million in variables, 60 million totals for 4 season. For the title raise, of course, 5 million for the next 4 season, and then 20 million euros for 8 seasons after that. So in total, all the packages together for the women's as well, 435 million euros for at least the next 5 years, because of course the shirt will have to be renewed, but the title will be there for at least the next 12 seasons. So overall, I think the club did a fantastic job with the Spotify deal, getting the most money they can get out of it, and also a great sponsor as well. Spotify, one of the biggest names in the music industry. There's going to be concerts at the Camp Nou as well when the new Spy Barca project is completed. So I think overall it's a fantastic deal with great money as well. Now, speaking about the Spy Barca project, of course the club are going to have to leave the Camp Nou for one season to have the renovation done, and Alfredo Martinez came out saying that Barcelona will play at the Olympic Stadium in the 2023-2024 season due to the renovations at the Camp Nou. The club will have to pay around 20 million euros for the whole entire season to use it, but it's not agreed quite yet, and it can accommodate around 55,000 spectators. So we're going to leave the Camp Nou for a year. We're going to go to the Olympic Stadium, of course, still in Barcelona. Jordi Cruyff Stadium was an option, but it just couldn't hold that many people. It would have cost a lot more money to put more people, more seats in there. And then when we put more seats in there and then leave, we're going to have a 55,000 stadium that will only fill up like 5,000 people for the Barca B and also for the Barca Feminine team for the regular games as well. So one season, we're going to have to pay around 20 million euros. That shouldn't be a problem. We'll make the money back in ticket sales. So of course, overall, this will be a hassle to leave the Camp Nou for one season, pay the price, travel to the stadium, pay for the tickets there as well, have everything organized, training there as well. It's all going to be complicated, but it will be for the greater good of Barcelona. That new stadium, Espai Barca, is going to be the best stadium in the world. I'm so excited to see it. So be patient. Of course, won't get that much money like we said for the Spotify deal, and of course, we have to move stadiums for a season. But overall, Barcelona are on the up, and we will generate a lot of money in the future and have the best stadium with that. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to know firstly about Mo Salah, Erling Haaland, and Lewandowski. Do you think one of these three players will come to Barcelona this summer? Secondly, on the three players from the Premier League, Rudiger, Azpilicueta, Raphinha. What do you think about these players? I think Rudiger will be difficult. What do you think about that? Azpilicueta, what about Raphinha? Do you think he'll come whether or not Dembele stays or leaves? And finally, on those contract renewals, we got 4 big ones on the table: Roberto, Araujo, Gavi, Dembele. What are your thoughts? All of them will stay, a few of them, none of them. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.